Larry Kobilinsky, the idea that it may have been a K-bar or other heavy military hunting-style fixed-blade knife, that does shed some understanding on why the coroner is floored by the scene, yes? Explain.
Without a doubt. One thing that we haven't seen yet are the autopsy reports. And the autopsy reports are going to describe each and every blow from that knife. And from that information, the coroner is going to be able to say the knife is either serrated or no, it's straight edge. The coroner will be even able to say the width of the blade. Is it 2 inches? Is it 1.5 inches? Is it 3 inches? What they cannot do is tell the length of the blade because, you know, once you put the knife in, it can go different distances. You can't really measure that in a body. But there is some basic information that you can have. And I think that's why the police are focusing their attention on a type of knife based upon the width of the blade and whether it's serrated or straight edge.
TJ, you've seen so many fact patterns like this that have confusing aspects to it early on, especially. The one that I can't get my hands around yet is what happened the next morning with the other roommates who survived. Why they survived, why they weren't targeted, we don't know, whether it was just dumb luck or happenstance or choice. But the call, someone's unconscious, how did they get in? Did they call other people or friends to come over? How do you understand that part of this?
Well, you really can't understand until we start getting some information from law enforcement. And I know the family is totally frustrated. Yesterday, there was information that came out that they wanted to hire a private investigator. And why I guess to say that I'm in the spotlight now. And I think it would be a good idea. It might ease some information that people that talk to witnesses and all that talk to law enforcement may be more willing to talk to a private investigator because they're not law enforcement and be able to gather information and be able to share that with the family and to give them some closure about what's happening with law enforcement. I got 48 years of law enforcement behind my belt, and I can tell you they're not going to share information until they have an exact person or exact information down to the fact that they're going to get out in the media and discuss this or discuss it with the family. So it's a matter of time. There's a lot of information that's having to be gathered. We don't have one victim, we have 4 victims. And then there are other characters that were in the house and people in the house. And again, we don't know if this was a man or a woman or whatever. We don't know. Right. It could have been a distracted housewife or somebody that was jealous or whatever. But so we don't know, because I've heard a lot of talk about this man and this man. It may not be a man. It may be a woman. Right. But we don't know at this point. But again, I've reached out to the family and told them I'm available. I have 2 good homicide detectives that are retired here from Atlanta and that work with me, and we'd be more than happy to get in here and start pulling pieces together. And if we learn something that's new and credible, we'll turn it over to law enforcement. But I think it would help the family quite a bit that they know they have somebody that they can trust and somebody on their side that can help them and move forward on their behalf.
And the one thing that you know very well, and in fact everybody on the screen right now understands, that may be new for people at home, all these families want, of course they want answers. They want their babies home. They want their loved ones home, to have them, to bury them, and to have that moment and closure. It's very, very important in these situations. And the time between when that happens and now is an eternity for them. And you have to appreciate that pain in everything that transpires. Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.